Earth Encyclopedia, Episode 4, Life Cycle of Plants and Animals. Hello, little super scientists. Welcome back to Wiggle Giggle Kids TV for another exciting episode of Earth Encyclopedia. In this episode, we're talking about something amazing that all living things do. They're born, they grow, they change, and they become adults. Today, we're exploring the magical journey called the life cycle. Let's check out how plants and animals grow, from tiny seeds and eggs to grown-up giants. Part 1. Life cycle of a tree. Let's start with a tree, one of the oldest and tallest living things on Earth. First is seed. It all begins with a tiny seed in the soil. Second is sprout. With sunlight and water, the seed sprouts. Third is sapling. It becomes a baby tree called a sapling. Fourth is adult tree. It grows tall, strong, and leafy. Fifth, flowering and seeding. Flowers grow and turn into fruits and seeds, starting the cycle. Part 2. Life cycle of a butterfly. Next up, a fluttery beauty, the butterfly. First is egg. The butterfly lays tiny eggs on a leaf. Second is caterpillar. Out comes a hungry caterpillar. Third is chrysalis. It wraps itself in a cocoon and rests. And fourth is butterfly. Then, surprise! A beautiful butterfly emerges and flies away. Part 3. Life cycle of a mosquito. Buzz! Here comes the tiny flying mosquito. First is egg. Mosquito lays eggs on water. Second is larva. Wiggly larvae swim below the surface. Third is pupa. They rest inside tiny cocoons. Fourth is adult. A mosquito hatches and flies off. Fun fact, only female mosquitoes bite humans. Part 4. Life cycle of a fish. Let's swim under the sea to explore the fishy life cycle. First egg. Fish lay eggs in water. Second is embryo. Third is larva. The baby fish hatches, tiny and see-through. Fourth is juvenile. The young fish grows fins and learns to swim. And fifth is adult fish, fully grown and ready to lay new eggs. Part 5. Life cycle of a frog. Hop along. Frogs have one of the coolest life changes ever. Step 1. Eggs laid in clusters in ponds. Step 2. Tadpole hatches and swims with a tail, like a fish. Step 3. Tadpole with legs. Back legs appear first. Step 4. Froglet. Tiny frog with a tail. Step 5. Adult frog. The tail disappears and it's ready to hop over. Part 6. Life cycle of a turtle. Time for a slow and steady swimmer, the turtle. First is egg. Turtle eggs are buried in the sand. Second is hatchling. Baby turtles, also called larvae, rush to the sea. Third is juvenile. They grow while swimming and hiding. Fourth is adult turtle. Big, strong, and ready to lay eggs of their own. They travel across oceans but come back to the same beach to lay eggs. Part 7. Life cycle of a jellyfish. Floating like a wobbly umbrella, here comes the jellyfish. First is fertilized egg, adult. Jellyfish release them into the water. Second is planula larva, a tiny baby that swims to the ocean floor. Third is polyp phase, stuck to a rock like a tiny flower. Fourth is strobila. The polyp turns into a strobila, which looks like a stack of jelly pancakes. Fifth is ephira. Each pancake becomes a swimming baby jellyfish. Fun fact, some jellyfish glow in the dark. Cool, right? Part 8. Life cycle of ferns and moss. Not all plants grow from seeds. Let's explore ferns and mosses. Life cycle of fern. 1. Spores. Ferns release tiny spores, not seeds. 2. Gametophyte. A small plant grows from the spore. 3. Fertilization. Water helps it grow new fern. 4. Sporophyte. This is the big leafy fern you usually see. It's called a sporophyte because it makes spores. 5. Mature sporophyte or fern. It grows big and leafy and releases spores again. 6. Sporangia. On the bottom of the fern's leaves are tiny brown spots called sporangia. These are like spore factories. They release lots of super tiny spores into the air. Life cycle of moss. 1. Spores. Like ferns, mosses also start from spores from moss capsules. 2. Germinating spore. When the spore lands in a moist, shady spot, it starts to germinate, which means it begins to grow. 3. Leafy gametophyte, the green fuzzy moss we see. 4. Fertilization. On the gametophyte, special parts grow that make egg cells and sperm cells. When it rains, the sperm swims through water to reach the egg. This is called fertilization. 5. Sporophyte. It's a thin stalk that grows out with a capsule on top. That's where new spores are made in something called a sporangium. Mosses and ferns love wet places to grow. Part 9. Life cycle of a human. And of course, we can't forget us. Humans have a life cycle too. First is baby cute and tiny, learning everything. Second is child, growing taller, learning to walk and talk. Third is teenager, more changes, and a bigger brain. Fourth is adult, fully grown and working, creating, exploring. Fifth is older adult, sharing wisdom and stories with younger ones. Isn't it amazing? From frogs to trees, butterflies to humans? Every living thing has a life cycle, a special journey of growth and change. Some start as eggs, some as seeds, some as spores, but they all grow up, and many help start life all over again. This was Earth Encyclopedia, Episode 4 on life cycles, and we've got so much more coming up. In future episodes, we'll explore Earth's forests, deserts, and even deep, deep oceans. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and wiggle along with us at Wiggle Giggle Kids TV. Bye-bye.